What's up, guys? This is Harry Dale coming at you with another video here on Boxing Chat. Quick prediction video for tonight's fight between Hopkins and Kovalev. Alright, so let's get straight to it. Hopkins is a living legend. We know what he's done, and he's come to bring it time and time and again when we don't expect him to. You know, people have been writing him off many times in the past, saying he's old, saying, you know, hey, this is his last hurrah or whatever you want to say. But just by taking this fight, just by signing the contract, and just by getting in there with Kovalev, that's already a great accomplishment. Because nobody wants to get in there with Kovalev. They don't. And at 50 years old, almost 50 years old, Hopkins just, man, he's just straight old school, man. He's the type of fighter that whichever era he would have fought in, he would have been great. Okay, that's the kind of fighter he is. And if he beats Kovalev, you can rest assured that Hopkins will be within the top 10 greatest of all time. Not because it's Kovalev, the fighter himself, who's going to elevate Hopkins, but it's going to be just another feather in his cap for Hopkins to be this age, taking on a challenge like Kovalev, to unify and almost become undisputed. I mean, if he beats Kovalev, he'll be unofficially, you know, the undisputed champion. But, you know, for you to have that title, you know, you have to have all the belts. And Hopkins has had the WBC in the past, but I'm sure Hopkins wants all of them at one time. So, quick prediction, guys. Look, Kovalev, he's going to come and try to obviously knock Hopkins out. He's not going to try to outbox Hopkins. That's a big mistake. So what's going to happen is Hopkins knows this. And Hopkins, I feel, is going to come out of the fight. In the opening rounds, he's going to take it to Kovalev. He's going to see if Kovalev, if he could take Hopkins' best punches. And I don't think Hopkins is going to throw the hardest punches in the opening rounds. He's always going to save his best punch for later on in the fight. But he will see how Kovalev reacts to somebody taking it to him. Kovalev is usually the guy that is doing all the demolishing and going forward and putting a lot of pressure. But he's going to see if Kovalev, you know, how he's going to react to somebody taking it to him. Will he try to, you know, do a Timothy Bradley type of approach where if Bradley gets hit with a good shot, he's just got to abandon the game plan and just go at it and just try to get his best lick, you know, and take it to him. You know, will Kovalev do that under the bright lights on the big stage? Will he be over aggressive because a 50-year-old is trying to show him up? We'll see. And if Hopkins gets Kovalev to do that, that's going to play into Hopkins' hand. He's going to be able to use that over-aggression from Kovalev against him. But I do believe if Hopkins sits down on his punches, he will be able to hurt Kovalev, because Hopkins, he says himself, you know, he's not a knockout puncher. You know, he says don't look for a knockout from him. But when it's the perfect time to get a knockout, he knows when it is. He just knows. And I feel that he's going to throw some pretty hard shots at Kovalev just to see what Kovalev's reaction is. If Hopkins just gets a hint that he is able to hurt Kovalev, then you know Hopkins is going to save that punch for the later rounds. Because you can say whatever you want about Kovalev, that he is young and, you know, he has great stamina. You know, that's why he can go hard for whatever rounds he has lasted. But let's be honest, he hasn't gone 12 rounds. Okay, he hasn't gone 10. He hasn't gone 9. So those are going to be crucial. Those last few rounds are going to be crucial. If the fight is still happening and we're in the 10th, 11th, 12th, Hopkins has a good chance of knocking out Kovalev. I know you're probably saying, what the hell are you talking about? But Hopkins is intelligent. He knows when the time is right to strike. And if he sees Kovalev is tired, he will try to once again take it to Kovalev. And if Kovalev responds with overaggression, because he doesn't want to be shown up by a 50-year-old, he's going to try to get one back, try to get a lot more back actually, be overaggressive, tire himself out even more, and he's going to pretty much punch himself out. Look, this could go either way. This could go either Hopkins. Hopkins versus Kovalev could be Apollo Creed versus Drago, okay, or this could be Ali versus Foreman. It's gonna be a great fight. That's all I know. It's gonna be a great fight. Look, whatever happens with tonight's fight, you just have to respect both guys. You just have to respect both guys. You have to, because I mean, look, a lot of champions don't want to fight each other nowadays, and there's a lot to lose and a lot to gain for both fighters. Okay, it's a rare occasion where you got two guys who have a lot to prove, and people could say, "Oh, Hopkins, he doesn't have nothing to prove," but yes, he does to himself, because the critics have always written him out. Look, let's be honest, guys. Hopkins is not the worldwide star that he should be. Right? Let's make that clear. He is not a worldwide star like he should be. And this is why he's still fighting, because he wants that recognition. He wants to be considered the greatest of all time without saying it and without putting it out there. Okay? He doesn't put himself out there like that, but he hints at it every time. And this is why he still fights. Look, just tune in for a great night of boxing. And, may the best man win. Until next time, see you later, guys.